Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, I didn't put on my little symbol. I just forgot. So today has been crazy. So as I wait, whoa, lighting is crazy. So I'm wearing a black shirt. So the lighting is like wonky. Ugh. Why can't Facebook just get over the fact that people are going to wear black shirts? I wanted to wear my black sweater from Black Status Retreat, and I wanted to wear it, and I don't want the lighting to be stupid, and it's going to be stupid. So you know what? Maybe I could back it up. I'll just back her up. Just ignore all my, let's just do this so you can't see all my dirty table. And ladies are jumping on. Thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you who comes on to my shenanigans. My lips are really dry, so I'm just going to put on, what is this, a bonbon. I'm going to put on a bonbon. Hello, hello, hello. Say hello when you jump on. Tell me where you're coming from. Hey, Dominique. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Amber. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey. What does yours say? This one says, together we rise. And then down the sleeve, says the Black Status Retreat 2018. And it's like the coolest little like comfy sweater. I love it. I hate the Facebook black. It's all, I missed your comment. All I wear, I know. I always want to wear black because you get makeup all over yourself. So like, I'd like to wear something I'm not going to get makeup all over. Hello, Vivian. Hi, Kim. Hi, Delina. Oh, you guys are awesome. So today I finally was able to share some news because when you are asked to speak at convention, they send you this beautiful email and then they make you sign all these papers and like, you can't say anything. So I hate secrets. I don't like secrets, but I had to have some secrets. And so the secret's out of the bag. So I had shared my journey in that post. And you know what I'm really impressed with, because I kind of snuck it in there, and the amount of messages that I've got congratulating me on our new home is pretty crazy. Like, I'm like, man, people actually read it. They actually read that whole post. And that to me is like amazing. I so appreciate that because I know my reading skills online, thank you, Rowena, are not they're like subpar like reading skills on like when there's really long posts. So the amount of people that actually like messaged me to congratulate me on the house is pretty freaking cool. So that night I was like signing papers, like not paying attention. I was getting some messages from people like, hey, have you heard? And I'm like, no, like I haven't heard anything. But I actually hadn't even checked my email. I was so busy that day that I didn't check my email for a few hours. Like normally I'd be like right on top of my email, but I literally had so much other things going on. I didn't check my email. So 2.5 hours after I got the email, I just started bawling. I was like, no, I'm like in tears, sobbing, crying like a baby. And I cried again today when they announced it. So I was like, oh, I'll just snap a picture because this is me for the last few days. So yeah, it's surreal. So my journey, like I said in my post, like I don't think that like, so convention for a lot of my girls, and I know a lot of my girls are on here and a lot of people are going to watch this that, you know, with the possibility of going to convention, I got to see some places, you know, this is my 4th convention, okay? So what convention is like a chance for you to go and hang out with all the girls in your team, meet new girls. They have concerts, you get like hundreds of dollars in makeup. You get more makeup taken home with you than you actually pay for your ticket. They have guest speakers like no other, and then they have breakout sessions and training from top leaders in the company. And that is like where girls take the most substance from, and then that's like that is why you go to convention. The makeup's cool, the concert's cool, the like presentations are cool. Hearing from Derek and Melanie is always amazing, and Tori. But the main thing is the breakout sessions is where you take the bulk of like, man, that's a great idea. Like this is my book that I took last year. I still use it all the time, of notes that I took at the convention. So when I first went, so starting from my beginning of my journey, I joined a company, I bought a makeup kit. I didn't even really understand that I had joined. I was like, oh, okay, so I'm like one of those like party people. Like, I don't want to be that person. I wouldn't even let people add me on Facebook. I wouldn't let people find me on Facebook. You could not find me. Okay, so Oh, the book's beautiful, Brenda. Brenda gave me that book. So she's just shouting herself out right now. Brenda, I love you. Obviously, you are coming to convention. Anyways, so I literally was like, okay, so I'm part of this company now. And then I kind of just saw the potential, like, I'll try this. And I was like, you know what? I was making some money. It was fun. I was meeting people. The products were cool. Like, it wasn't anything like, I don't know. I was just like, it's cool. Like, it's kind of a cool, and I always, that whole first year, I was like, oh yeah, it's like a fun side thing that I do. And I said that for a year, at least, if not more. And so then convention, so in March, I remember Farah, my sponsor, reached out and she's like, look, we're going to go to convention. And I'm like, no, we're not. Like, I'm not going to a place with 10,000 screaming women about makeup. Like, no, thank you. That's too much. Overwhelming, no. And so she just kept prying and prying. She's like, no, like, I can't go if you don't go, blah, blah, blah. Like we were gonna room together. And so I'm like, okay, fine. You know what? I've always wanted to see Chicago. Let's go to Chicago. And so I was so against it. I was so closed-minded to convention that I wouldn't even post on my wall, like, I'm going to convention. I posted, I'm going to Chicago. Like, I'm going to Chicago. It's a trip. Like, me and some girls. Like, I literally, like, avoided the whole convention thing. And as it got closer and closer, I did start getting excited. I started watching lots of people's lives that I followed, like Brittany Kaplan and Amber Voigt and all these people that were, like, you know, inspiring me. So I was like, okay, like, I'm getting more excited because they're like, I remember Amber doing a video talking about how, like, she thought the company convention was, like, stupid and, like, would never want to go to it when she first started with network marketing, like, 10 years prior. And then how important it is to go to these things. So I was like, okay, well, she's saying it's important. She's a top leader, like, for sure. I'm like, can't be that bad. So we went, and my life completely changed. My mindset completely changed about this entire business and what my purpose is with it. And it was like watching, like, every single class, I was like, notes. Like, I couldn't take enough notes. And I was just overwhelmed with, like, the love and the excitement and the craziness of it. It was a bit overwhelming, I'm not gonna lie. There was points where, like, I'm like, okay, look, I gotta go back to the room and I gotta, like, just have a moment, because it was just a lot. It was a lot. And so the classes, though, I was like, I need to do that. I need to do what that girl's doing. That's what I want to do. So I really just manifested it. I said, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. It's going to happen. So I'm not shy. I went right away. Like, Tori was new to the company, like, after that, and there was an Empower You in Montreal. So at the Empower You in Montreal, I actually talked to Tori in person. I said, I'm really interested. I would love to be a speaker. Because the first year, there was, like, blue status, green status, orange status. Every status, like, all the status colors in our company, they had all different statuses speak at the convention. It wasn't just black status. So I was like, okay, like, I got a chance. Because at that point, my second year at convention, I was purple status, which is the second from the top. So I had received a message back from Tori, like, after Empower You, and we kind of, like, chatted a bit. And she said, you're going to be on the potential presenters list, just letting you know. And I'm like, oh my God, it's happening already. Like, I was at convention the year before. I saw it. I manifested it. I believed it. And I'm like, it's going to happen. And then it didn't. It didn't happen. They decided that year, okay, it's only going to be black status speakers, like, top leaders talking at convention this year. And I said, you know what? Okay, I accepted it. I said, that's totally fair. If I was black status and I really wanted to speak, and, like, there was all sorts of, you know, girls that hadn't pushed themselves that hard to hit the top, and they really wanted to speak too, like, if they wanted to they made it like a rule. I'm a rule follower. I'm a teacher by nature. I love rules. So I'm like, okay, if that's the rule this year, then they're going to have that rule every year. So in my head, I wasn't like, damn, like, I'm upset. I'm like, damn, I got to get myself to black status, because otherwise I'm not going to be considered. So the following year, which was last year, actually, what day is it? 3 days from now is when I hit black status for the first time last year, March 26, 2017. And I was like, okay, I need to go black status. The only reason in my head, like, black status for me, it's a team effort. Like, it's like I wouldn't hit black status if like hundreds of girls on my team didn't promote that month to their promotions, what they were pushing themselves that month particularly for. So like, I don't see black status as anything except a team effort, except one thing. And the one thing that I was like, I wanted out of the black status like recognition was to be able to get on stage and share my story. And that's all I wanted. I'm like, I will work day in, day out. And just so that you're aware, because I had some messages, like, I'm paying to go to convention. I will fly myself there. I have to pay for my own hotel room. I don't get paid anything to do this. This is not like, I think people like see that and then it's like, oh my God, it's such an amazing opportunity. They pay for everything. They don't. They're not paying for anything. I'm going there to speak and being able to share my story. So I worked so hard day in and day out, and I still do, in order to be able to stand on stage and feel that feeling. I'm doing it, I did it all for a feeling, and that's what I kind of take it down to. I was like, all right, I want that feeling of walking on stage, being able to share my story to thousands of women and hopefully inspire somebody in that room that maybe I don't know, that something will resonate with them. So my topic of mindset and being able to work this business, working full time, like, I have every reason to quit. If so, you want like an introduction of what I would be talking about, I have no reason to keep this business going because I have a great salary with my job. I have a great secure job and a salary that I love and I'm very passionate about and do a very good job at. And I will say that because I know I do. But I also have this other job and it's a business, and I say it's a full-time business now. I don't say this is a side hustle. This is not a side hustle. This is not a side job. This is not a hobby to me. This is my business. I run a business. I'm a business owner and I'm a teacher. Those are the two things that I am. And I think for me, when that mindset shifted, you know, like, this is my business, like, regardless, yeah, of course I make an income, but that's not why I do this. Again, I pushed myself to all the blood, sweat, and tears last March with my team so that there was a possibility that I could be a speaker at convention last year, and I wasn't. So it's okay. So last year, again, I was not selected, totally like whatever. I was still on cloud nine because you get recognized at convention. I was on stage in front of 10,000 people, got my photo with Derek and Melanie. That was my moment at that convention. That was what I was like, okay, I'm nervous as all sin, waiting backstage to go on stage in front of 10,000 people to get a pair of earrings. So that was huge, right? So I'm like, okay, like, I'm still like obsessively grateful. I got to go to California. Okay, I got to go to California. Like, that was paid for. So we paid for our flight. We went to probably one of the most ritziest celebrity resorts I would never go to otherwise. Like, they treat you like amazing, amazing royalty when you hit black status. But again, going back to it, the only thing I really, truly like dreamed about, like, some girls dream to be in the catalog. Like, this is not a catalog phase. Maybe it is to some people's minds. I shouldn't be so hard on myself, but like, it'd be cool to be in the catalog, but it's not a dream. My dream is like speaker at any event I can get my hands on. Like, I'm I thrive on this. I'm going to be nervous as heck. I talk like I'm so confident now, and I'm going to be nervous, but everybody's nervous going up there, and then I'm going to be totally fine. So I'm super pumped. I'm super grateful. You know, I want to thank any of the girls because it was a vote for girls to be chosen. So I do want to thank any of the girls that did vote for me. I truly appreciate that. Like, you know exactly who you are. I feel like I shouldn't say names. I don't know how this stuff works. But I'm super excited for convention. And if you were watching this and you are a unique presenter and you got to get yourself to convention. I'm telling you, every convention I've gone to, I've promoted. Now I'm at the top. I need to promote. There's a black status level 1, level 2, and level 3. Like, I'm going. I'm getting that because now that's the next goal, right? I'm such a goal person. I'm like a goal. Like, I have to get everything. Like, the goals just, like, again, it's finances, whatever. It's the goals of reaching stuff. Like, I literally blood, sweat, and tears to get the gym bag that I'm staring at right now this month. I need all of the things. I need to hit those goals. So the goal of speaking at convention has just happened. So now my next goal is black status level 1. Like, we got to start building for that. So it's like, there's always something really super uber super duper exciting. And I know that with my talk at convention, there's quite a few girls doing mindset. There's quite a few girls doing a bunch of different other topics. But I'm pretty sure so far that like I'm the only one who's going to be doing a talk on being able to work full time and having and being able to have the right mindset to keep pushing in your business even when you don't need it. I did not need this business for financial reasons, so why did I keep doing it? That's what my talk's going to be about. There'll be tangible things. I think the biggest thing that I know that I want to take out of a class, a convention, is I want to take notes that I can take back with me and either use or take to my team. That is like the most important. So I've got lots of ideas circling in my head, and I got to keep circling, and I got to get them down on paper in the next couple months. But like, yeah, there's going to be tangibility in my talk because I know how important that was to me. I'm putting myself in that person's seat, what they can take. So I can't wait to see some of you, meet some of you, say hello at convention, because that's like, it's the time that I'm able to kind of meet new people, right? Like all over the world, there's going to be girls there. So thanks so much for watching and listening to my crazy journey and my crazy situations and all the stuff that's been going on. Stuff's not slowing down. I mean, I'm just about to get off here to help my girls. We're doing a 7-day run right now. I'm exhausted, and that's okay. That's okay. I've lived exhausted through this for the last 3.5 years in a very good way, because the reward is that you live your dreams. And I think that's the most important thing. So thanks again for watching. I hope you guys have a fabulous Friday night. And I will see you soon, probably tomorrow, because I promised my girls we'd either do 7 days of lives or 7 days of videos. So this was day 1.